contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Arkham, Massachusetts, Simon Gotch.
They say in life timing is everything. How about the timing of Simon Gotch? Josh Alexander at Hard to Kill beat Alex Hammerstone. Then the week after defeated Will Ospreay. Gotch is out for revenge, trying to do it on the biggest stage possible against TNA's world beater.
His opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
The walking weapon is walking in to a bit of a deranged buzzsaw, if he knows anything about Simon Gotch like I do. And if I'm at a little bit of a loss for words, there is no secret of the long history I have with Simon Gotch, my longtime tag team partner in another life. But I've heard this story, Tom. I know this story over the last couple of years as we've crossed paths. I just never thought it would reach this point. I thought he had maybe, hopefully, moved past this. But this is all about principle for Gotch here. You don't get to simply edit out someone from your history. That's going through the mind of Gotch. That's what's been stewing within him for 6+ years now.
I genuinely don't believe that Josh Alexander, quote, edited Simon Gotch out of his history. I think Simon Gotch, unfortunately, is a detail in Josh Alexander's history. Now, this is, I wouldn't call this principled. I've known Simon Gotch for quite some time as well. I can see right through Gotch. This, yep, that's exactly what I expected.
There was something, he's been known throughout his career for playing a number of roles, colorful and black and white and otherwise. But I can tell you, this is someone who studied the martial arts. He studied pro wrestling to its very, very beginnings. This is someone, I don't take pride or happiness saying this, might have a little, one or two screws loose. But in doing so, he's one of the most methodical and dangerous pro wrestlers and grapplers if given the chance. Especially if he's got a vendetta on his mind.
Alexander able to take down Gotch. Credit to Gotch in that fateful match back in 2019 in Dusty Wrestling. It was Gotch who absolutely pushed Josh Alexander to his limit. However, it was Alexander who got the victory that night, and that's what ultimately led to him signing his first contract with TNA Wrestling that night.
And it's a ghost of Gotch's past. I mean, that idea, it's the class. We've all felt it as athletes in this business. We've all felt that it should have been me. It could have been me. I mean, this is classic on the waterfront, baby. I should have been a contender. I should have been somebody. It was that 1 second away, like it is in so many matches. But tonight here, as you see Gotch just manipulating and twisting the joints of Alexander here, tonight could be the night to maybe put some of that to bed.
So far, a stalemate between Gotch and Alexander. And again, hearkening back to that match in 2019, I didn't expect anything different. These two can be very evenly matched. However, no one can argue the mountain that Josh Alexander has scaled in the last few years. A two-time TNA World Champion, the longest reigning TNA World Champion of all time.
And this one, it comes out of almost, Simon Gotch literally came out of the blue, came out of the crowd. This was not what anybody expected for Josh Alexander's next mountain to climb, coming off Hard to Kill, coming off of world-beating Will Ospreay himself. But I think that's where someone like Gotch thrives. Not only as a very off-putting personality, but as a pro wrestler, as a grappler. He's going to pull things out of the hat.
Oh, wait a minute. Went for the armbar, then the ankle lock attempt there by Alexander. Gotch gets to the bottom rope.
He saw that coming. Gotch is a student of the game, if nothing else. He knows Alexander's arsenal.
We got a taste of what Gotch is capable of last night on TNA Impact. There was a no contact clause until the match took place this evening between these two. Gotch, I'd say, took liberties with Jack Price last night that he knew he could get away with because he knew Alexander legally couldn't put hands on him. There's an element of Gotch that when he has the legal means to hurt somebody in the ring, he can be sociopathic, and that's the thing that really scares me. That's the unfortunate thing about somebody when wants to dive into this sport and has malice in their heart.
Especially when they have the calculated mind of someone like Simon Gotch, who will use that mind, use that intelligence to take advantage. Anyway, he can. Look at here, using his own skull as a weapon. Alexander responding in kind.
Shot right to the chest. Alexander responds.
Now we take a break from the grappling here. A little smash mouth pro wrestling.
Uppercut there by Gotch. Alexander retorts.
I mean, let's not forget Simon Gotch, as he's being goaded on here by the walking weapon, trained under the learning tree of the late great Harley Race, one of the greatest wrestling legends in all of history.
Alexander close here with the forearms. And the uppercut. Down goes Gotch.
He's going to need all that toughness, that grit, that training here to take down Alexander. That's a good start.
Gotch, who popped up from out of nowhere, assaulted Josh Alexander from out of the stands. An old vendetta, years old, and Josh Alexander, we've come to know him so well, there's no challenge he will back down from.
And I mean, the idea, we talked about that, I think 6+ years ago, that fateful match happened between these two. That's how long it's been stewing in the mind of Simon Gotch. How long he's had this idea of the principle of that nature, and now all of that taking physical form. Alexander might be out.
Huge knee strike there by Simon Gotch.
The methodical violence of Simon Gotch taking center stage here.
And we are manly!
That's what I'm telling you. He's a villain, all right. And the twisted mind and tactics are more than proof.
The elbow drop by Gotch off of the apron.
Let's just say during the golden run of me and Simon as a tag team back in the day, he wasn't allowed to be off the reins, as it were.
Unhinged, a maniac at times. Now Gotch into the ring, form in the face, cover, kick out at 2.
Those shackles were thrown off long ago, but now the results are here in a TNA ring.
You can't seriously condone the way that he's behaved, however, the last few weeks that we've seen here in TNA.
I've never even fathomed to truly understand, even as a tag team partner, what was going through the mind of Gotch. I can understand the motivation. I've been there. I've been in that. If there was 1 second difference, it could have, should have been me. But I will never, and I mean never, claim to understand the true brutality.
Shoulders down. Alexander able to escape. Now once again going for an armbar here. Tried this earlier on in the matchup.
Alexander, though, wise to quickly lace his hands, lace his fingers, and block. Look at it. Gotch switches to the other arm there.
Switches to the right arm. Remember, the left arm was surgically repaired last year. Shoulders down and a kick out. Alexander protected that previously torn triceps from 2023. That's why Gotch changed his position. Now the German suplexes.
You know how Alexander likes to link these together. 2 down. Here comes a third. The trifecta in play. Not done yet.
And Alexander continues to wear down Simon Gotch.
You see him blinking at Gotch, trying to find some life left. Holding onto the ropes now.
And Gotch holding on to the top rope there. Count of 4. And a back elbow after the break. And a boot right to the ear of Alexander.
See, almost knocked the headgear there off of Josh Alexander.
Cover once again by Gotch. Alexander able to kick out.
Now there's clubbing at the head. Oh, the walk-in weapon here.
Gotch, with another senton right to the chest.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Shoulders down. Alexander nearly surprised Gotch.
Alexander saw that moment, that opening. Nearly stole it there. Gotch quick to punish him though.
Slowly shoots the half, shoulders down. Alexander able to kick out once again.
And the thing that sticks out to me in this match is the methodical pace Simon Gotch has applied to much of this matchup. He's not the type you're going to see flip-flop flying off the top rope. He's going to keep it grounded. He's going to keep it nasty.
Open palm strikes here by Gotch and Alexander. And a big kick there by Gotch.
Alexander started to rally there for a moment. Gotch quickly shutting him down. You can almost just see it in his movements, the way he looks at the walking weapon. He's trying to write history in his mind. Again, attacking the head. You know, we've talked about it before. In addition to the arm, the surgically repaired neck of Josh Alexander, clearly a target as well.
Surgically repaired twice over. Now Alexander trying to get back up to his feet here against Simon Gotch. Another gnarly uppercut.
Thud.
Yep.
You heard that one.
And that kick right to the pec. And now it's Alexander out of the corner with the drop kick, and he needed that to create a little bit of distance between himself and Gotch.
Space, some breathing room. Start to maybe strategize here. Strike to the face there, and a kick again to the back of the neck of Josh Alexander. Now Gotch coming out here to meet Alexander on the apron.
Now Gotch, what is he thinking about here out on the apron? Alexander trying to block.
Thinking suplex, maybe brainbuster. Alexander wise to get out of that, get away from it. Nasty forearms back and forth here. The boot levels Gotch on the apron.
And now Gotch able to take out the footing of Alexander. A kick to the kneecap. And he went for the senton once again. This time he missed on the hardest part of the ring.
And look out, here comes Alexander. That cross body to the back of Gotch. Take another look here as the walking weapon colliding with Gotch on the apron. Both men out here on the floor.
Gotch right in front of our announce desk here. Count of 4 here from the official. Both men under the count of 10 to get back inside the ring.
Alexander has started to turn this around a little bit.
Count of 7. Count of 8.
Getting closer.
Count of 9. Gotch and Alexander both meet inside the ring and break the 10 count.
And they meet each other's gaze as well, going face to face, nose to nose, center of the TNA ring.
Oh, now Gotch fires off with a forearm shiver. Alexander fires back.
You heard Josh Alexander goading Gotch on, asking for it.
Alexander and Gotch pulverizing each other here at No Surrender. Oh!
Following up with a boot there. Trying to turn the tide, a boot of his own from Alexander there.
Meeting in the center of the ring. Oh, Alexander. Oh, big shot there. Stays close here with Gotch, trying to push the pace. Off the ropes. Oh, right to the face. Down goes Gotch.
And Alexander has come alive in this contest. Alexander has proven to be a world beater. Can he squash a ghost from his past?
Oh!
Huge exploder suplex.
Turn Gotch inside out. Cover here and a kick out by Simon Gotch.
And just like he said, Gotch has been very bad at staying dead and bad in the past.
Plenty of respect shown by the fans here in New Orleans for Alexander and Gotch, but the straps are down on the walking weapon, trying to end this. Think about the C4 spike. C4 spike, no.
Gotch wiggled out, counter out of it. Another huge kick to the head, looking for the Gotch-style pile driver.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, into the bulldog choke, going for the bulldog choke, but Alexander trying to prevent it.
He knows how dangerous this hold is. Look at this, the forearms, and now.
Oh, wait a minute, he's pulled back on the headgear, pulled it around the throat of Alexander.
In order to get even more leverage, the nastiness, the tenacity of Simon Gotch here.
Technically, it's not illegal. Alexander wearing the headgear into the ring.
But that's what Gotch is willing to do to get the advantage here. Nothing he's not willing to do.
Oh, there goes the headgear. Oh, and now time for the ankle lock.
Alexander used that headgear to slip out of the choke. And now in the center of the ring, the ankle lock locked in. Gotch desperately crawling for the rope.
Oh, now dragging Gotch back to the center of the ring. Oh, and Gotch able to escape just for a moment. Alexander with a back elbow. Oh!
Oh, went for that kick again.
Straight right there by Alexander. Trying to set him up. Oh, backbreaker. Alexander's not done. Alexander hits the C4 spike. Alexander beats Gotch.
Here's your winner, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander!
6 years later, history continues to have a funny way of repeating himself, but Simon Gotch has let the walking weapon and everyone know just what he's capable of.
He is TNA's world beater. He is the walking weapon. He is the former TNA world champion, Josh Alexander.